Hey, love, hey, family. And for those of you who are new to this channel, if you don't know me, I am what you get when you cross the compassion of a counselor with the strategy and courage of a lawyer, and you tie it all together with the revelation of spiritual law and biblical principles. I'm Judge Shar, certified arbitrator, family coach, and overall reformed divorce attorney. And in this post, and I'm posting on two different streams, and I forgot to start the other one. Hold on. What am I doing? Thank y'all for bearing with me as I figure out my social media life. But I'm streaming to TikTok. Hey, welcome in. Hey, family. Hey. Welcome in. I forgot to start the TikTok stream, and I've never gone live on TikTok before. I had myself convinced that all I had to do was mash the button. You know how the people used to say mash. So um I'm hoping that I'm live, but it was saying practice, and I'm not exactly sure if I'm live on TikTok. Um, so we'll figure that out. Family, I just want to make a quick note. For those of you who don't know, practicing law for the past 14 years has taught me a lot that I never imagined would be reality for someone who cares as much for my clients. Like, I care too much sometimes. And that's why I invest a lot of times teaching people how to understand the legal system so that you can avoid the pitfalls of the legal system. And right now, I want to kind of mention that the court system is not what you think it is. Just today, and over the past week, I had two very noticeable situations where the amount of people that are coming into the court, filing cases, looking for the judge to make the other person do the right thing, it's not working. It is creating backlogs that the system is just not designed to keep up with. The administrative office is making mistakes trying to keep up with the number of cases. And it's not the only way to get help. There are judges in the system and there are lawyers in the system who really are in the system to make a difference and to serve justice and to find the truth and do the right thing in the lives of people that are hurting. But what the court system is as a whole, with the exception of the few professionals who really, really do care about people, the court is a business. And people fighting keep the business going. And lawyers in the system, for the most part, are in the business of processing you through the system, not in the business of making things better, especially if it's family law. Family law in many cultures who still have their ancient traditions in place is handled by those cultures privately. There are groups of people that you will not find in the court system because their community has maintained these ancient traditions that still work better than the court system works, especially for families. The court does not move fast, the court moves slow. The court, even if you file for free, is going to cost you to get the type of evidence that you might need to prove your case. You can't just get copies of bank records from a bank without paying for them. You can't just send a subpoena to compel a witness to come and testify without paying for it. A judge is not going to allow you to put on your case without understanding the rules of evidence, which is very necessary. Some judges try to help you out, but judges cannot give you legal advice in your case. Many people are frustrated by the court system because they walk around and they ask the clerk, the person who's like handling the paperwork, the gatekeepers of the system, you ask them questions, why can't I do this or why can't I do that? And they tell you, you need to call a lawyer. I can't give you legal advice. The court is not there to give you the answers. The court is there to process your case. And because I've seen how it doesn't work for the average working family, when I got my first client that ran up a $30,000 credit card, and when she had no more money, her lawyer fired her, and she was stuck without a lawyer, legal aid did take her case. And I've seen more people dumped by their lawyers because once your money runs out, you're on your own in the court. And what most people are not educated on is that if y'all are fighting over the kids, then there's a minimum ticket on that for maybe $35,000. And not counting those costs creates bitterness and frustration through that process that leaks and spills over into your relationship co-parenting with these kids. So the court is not going to fix it. The court is not going to make your ex behave. The court is not going to get into psychoanalyzing y'all and making you behave like better human beings. So what's the alternative, Shar? I want to invite you to join me live over on the Judge Shar channel. That is my conflict resolution channel. And I'm hosting a live call with one of my coaching clients who has graciously agreed to go live with me. For those of you who don't know what I do, because it's really helping you to count the cost of what court looks like, identifying the alternatives, dealing with the underlying belief systems, why you think the court is going to save you when you can really save yourself. So thank you for joining me for this quick moment. Please join me over at Judge Shar, and we're going to jump into this conversation with Miss J. I love you all. Be blessed and encouraged, and see you in a few minutes.